it's time for your Week 6 stardom, sit-em, lock of the week, and sleeper. So, starting with my starters, at quarterback, Eli Manning versus the Baltimore Ravens. He's looking for a bounce-back week, and I think they're going to be looking for creative ways to give Odell Beckham the ball, so I think Eli may reap some rewards from that. Running back, start Theo Riddick versus the Rams. He's been looking good and has been the centerpiece of the Lions' backfield, and I'm seeing a lot of pass receptions from him as well, and I think the Ravens are going to be clogging the middle and trying to defend against the fantasy superstar that is Marvin Jones, so Theo Riddick also might reap rewards from that. At wide receiver, start Willie Snead versus Carolina. Carolina has had a lot of problems with their secondary ever since Josh Norman has left the field of play for them. So I think they're going to key in on Brandon Cooks definitely, so look for Willie Snead to be coming out of the slot on the other side of the field, getting a lot of receptions this game. At tight end, start Gary Barnidge at Tennessee. The Browns have a rookie quarterback coming back into play, and I think he's going to be needing a lot of help, especially a big receiver to look for, so Barnidge may be the guy to look at this week. Defense and special teams, start Jacksonville at Chicago. Chicago, I'm still not sold on them, and Jacksonville's coming off a bye week. They have a very young defensive core, and I can definitely see them performing well this week. Sit-ems at quarterback, Carson Palmer versus the Jets. The Jets are looking for a big bounce back this week, and I think, especially since David Johnson's the centerpiece of their offense, I think they're going to be keying in and forcing Palmer into blitzes, and making sure that we're trying to generate as many turnovers from him as possible. Running back, sit with Garrett Blount versus Cincinnati. I think Tom Brady's going to be airing out the ball for the rest of the season, and I think because the linebacker core at Cincinnati is so good, they may be looking to get James White out of the backfield a little bit more that game. So instead, I would probably sit with Garrett Blount and look for other options. Wide receiver, sit Jeremy Maclin at Oakland. Oakland has a pretty decent defense in my eyes, and I think with the return of Jamal Charles, Macklin's going to be seeing the ball a lot less. Tight end, sit Julius Thomas at Chicago. They're going to be airing out the ball for bye week. They have very good receiving core, so I think Julius Thomas, and especially the fact that having a young tight end right behind him, was also getting some playing time. So I think Julius Thomas is a sit this week. Sit Oakland versus Kansas City. I think, especially like I said before, Jamal Charles is coming back this week, so Oakland's going to have a lot of things on there, a lot of things to look for this week in terms of game planning, and I think it might get to them because Andy Reid is very good at game planning, and especially is very good with running backs. Sleeper of the week, I know he's not a sleeper anymore, but Sandy Coates. I think he's fully embraced the Martavis Bryant role. He's going to be running a lot of go routes, and I think with Ben Roethlisberger's arm, he's definitely going to be airing out and completing a couple of passes. Now, for your favorite segment for Kenny the Fish's Week 6 is the lock of the week. I'm going with Detroit minus 3.5 versus the Rams this week. I like the way that Detroit's offense works, and I like how they've been very quick with moving the ball, and I'm still not sold on the Rams. I've never been sold on the Rams, and I never will be sold on the Rams. So I'm going with Detroit this week. I'm hoping for a blowout. I think it will be a blowout, but like I always say, I'm always wrong, so you should not go with what I pick. And that means I'm always right? So that's my picks for the week. Hope you have a good weekend, and once again, do not pick what I pick, because you will lose.